Few dishes delight the senses quite like a perfectly baked salmon, especially when infused with the irresistible flavors of garlic and butter. This classic recipe has won hearts across kitchens worldwide, not just for its melt-in-your-mouth texture, but for its simplicity and elegance. Whether you're an experienced home cook or just starting your culinary journey, mastering this garlic butter-baked salmon will elevate your repertoire and impress even the most discerning guests. Let's unveil the secrets behind this delicious, foolproof dish. Begin with the foundation, selecting your salmon. Freshness is key. When you choose your salmon, look for firm, moist fillets with a vibrant rosy hue. The flesh should spring back gently when pressed and have a clean, ocean-fresh scent. Wild-caught salmon offers a richer flavor and firmer texture, but sustainably farmed options are also excellent. Opt for fillets with the skin on. They help lock in moisture and add a delightful crispness when baked. Next comes preparation. Start by patting the salmon fillets dry with a paper towel. This simple step ensures that the seasoning and butter adhere beautifully, and your fish will bake to perfection without excess moisture. Place the fillets skin side down in a baking dish lined with parchment paper, or lightly greased with a touch of olive oil. This helps prevent sticking and makes cleanup a breeze. Now, the heart of the dish, the garlic butter. In a small bowl, combine softened unsalted butter, freshly minced garlic, a squeeze of lemon juice, a sprinkle of chopped fresh parsley, and a touch of sea salt and cracked black pepper. For an extra burst of flavor, add a pinch of smoked paprika or a dash of cayenne pepper. The butter should be soft enough to mix easily, allowing the garlic and herbs to blend completely, creating a fragrant paste. Using a spoon or spatula, generously spread the garlic butter mixture over the top of each salmon fillet. Don't be shy. Let the creamy butter seep into every groove. As it melts in the oven, it will bathe the fish in flavor, making each bite tender and succulent. For a splash of brightness, tuck a few thin slices of lemon on top or around the fillets, infusing the salmon with a subtle citrus aroma as it bakes. The oven should be preheated to a hot 400 degrees Fahrenheit, the ideal temperature for baking salmon. This ensures the fish cooks quickly and evenly, sealing in moisture without drying out. Slide the baking dish onto the center rack and let the magic happen. Depending on the thickness of your fillets, baking time will range from 12 to 15 minutes. You'll know it's ready when the salmon flakes easily with a fork and the surface glistens with golden, bubbling butter. While the salmon bakes, the kitchen fills with the irresistible aroma of roasting garlic and butter. This is the moment anticipation builds, as friends and family gather, drawn by the promise of something special. As the timer chimes, remove the dish from the oven and let the salmon rest for a few minutes. This brief pause allows the juices to redistribute, ensuring every forkful is juicy and rich. To serve, carefully lift each fillet onto a plate, spooning any extra garlic butter sauce from the baking dish over the top. Garnish with a sprinkle of fresh herbs. Parsley, dill, or chives add a fresh, vibrant note. For a restaurant-worthy presentation, add a wedge of lemon on the side and a dusting of cracked pepper. Pair your garlic butter-baked salmon with simple, complementary sides. Steamed asparagus or green beans add a pop of color and crunch. Fluffy rice, creamy mashed potatoes, or a light quinoa salad soak up the buttery juices beautifully. For a low-carb option, serve atop a bed of sautéed spinach or roasted cauliflower. Beyond its irresistible flavor, this dish is brimming with health benefits. Salmon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which support heart and brain health. Garlic boosts the immune system and adds depth of flavor without excess calories. The butter, when used in moderation, brings everything together in a harmonious balance. Decadent, yet wholesome. For those who love to experiment, this recipe is endlessly adaptable. Try adding a handful of cherry tomatoes to the baking dish for a touch of sweetness and color. A sprinkle of grated Parmesan cheese over the buttered fillets creates a savory crust. If you enjoy a hint of heat, a few flakes of red pepper or a splash of hot sauce in the butter mixture will liven things up. If you're entertaining, this garlic butter baked salmon is a guaranteed crowd pleaser. It scales up effortlessly. Simply arrange more fillets in a larger dish, increase the garlic butter accordingly, and bake as usual. Prepare the butter mixture ahead of time and refrigerate until needed. streamlining your dinner party preparations. For weeknight meals, the simplicity of this recipe shines. With minimal prep and quick baking time, you can have a gourmet dinner on the table in under 30 minutes. It's an elegant solution for busy schedules, offering restaurant-quality flavor without the fuss. To ensure perfect results every time, remember a few key tips. Avoid overbaking. Salmon continues to cook slightly as it rests. The ideal internal temperature is 145 degrees Fahrenheit at the thickest part of the fillet. If unsure, use a digital thermometer for accuracy. Letting the salmon come to room temperature before baking promotes even cooking and a tender texture. Don't forget the finishing touches. A drizzle of extra virgin olive oil or a sprinkle of flaky sea salt just before serving enhances the flavors and adds a touch of luxury. Fresh herbs lend color and aroma, making the dish as beautiful as it is delicious. The beauty of garlic butter baked salmon lies not only in its taste, but in its ability to bring people together. This is food meant for sharing, a centerpiece that invites conversation, laughter, and celebration. Whether served for a special occasion or a quiet dinner at home, it transforms an ordinary meal into something memorable. If you're feeling adventurous, explore regional variations. Add capers and olives for a Mediterranean twist, or a splash of soy sauce and ginger for an Asian-inspired flair. Substitute lime for lemon and add cilantro for a zesty, South American note. The possibilities are endless, limited only by your imagination and palate. For those watching their diet, the recipe adapts easily. Use less butter and substitute with olive oil for a lighter version. Pair with a crisp green salad for a refreshing, balanced meal. However you choose to prepare it, the essential elements remain. Fresh salmon, fragrant garlic, creamy butter, and a touch of citrus. Cooking is about more than following instructions. It's about intuition and joy. As you assemble your garlic butter baked salmon, trust your senses. Adjust the seasoning to your preference. Add more garlic for extra punch or more lemon for brightness. Taste as you go and make it your own. Leftovers, if you have any, are a treat. Flake the cold salmon over salads, tuck into sandwiches, or stir into pasta with a splash of cream. The flavors deepen overnight, making tomorrow's meal just as delicious. In the end, the secret to perfect garlic butter baked salmon is not a secret at all. It's about quality ingredients, thoughtful preparation, and a generous spirit. Each step, from selecting the fish to savoring the last bite, is an opportunity to connect with the pleasures of good food. So the next time you crave something special, remember this simple, delicious recipe. Gather your ingredients, preheat the oven, and let the aromas of garlic and butter fill your kitchen. In less time than it takes to set the table, you'll have a dish that's sure to delight, nourish, and inspire. Enjoy every bite, and share the love of garlic butter baked salmon with those around your table. It's a recipe to cherish, a meal to remember, and a flavor that lingers long after the last forkful.